If you're in the packaging business, let's be honest, there are some hard questions. Questions that probably keep you up at night. Questions about control, about profit, and about the future. So today, we're going to tackle those questions head on. We're going to talk about what the answers could look like in an industry that is changing faster than ever.
All right, let's just jump right in with the first big one. A question that gets right to the heart of everything you do day in and day out. Who is really in charge of your factory floor? Is it you?
Or is it your operator? Now seriously, think about that for a second. When your entire production schedule, your delivery promises, and your profits, when all of that hinges on the availability of one key person, who's really holding the power there?
So what if you could just completely flip that dynamic on its head? That's what this number is all about. 70%. That's the kind of reduction in staffing requirements we're talking about with modern automation. It's about freeing your business from being dependent on just one or two people.
Look, this is about taking back the reins. It's about building a business where the profits are a result of your strategy, your vision, not somebody else's schedule.
Okay, so we've talked control. Now let's switch gears and talk about money. And I mean specifically the high-margin work you might be turning away every single day without even realizing it.
So ask yourself this: what business are you really in? Are you in the business of just moving volume, selling kilos for paper-thin margins? Or are you in the business of earning real rupees, doing high-value specialized jobs? Because the gap between those two, well, that can be the difference between surviving and thriving.
And here's a tough pill to swallow for a lot of folks. The most profitable jobs, you know the ones, the custom, on-demand, short-run orders that clients are happy to pay a premium for, those are probably the exact jobs your current setup forces you to say no to.
But what if you could start saying yes to all of it? Just imagine unlocking those new profit streams, taking on any custom, on-demand short run that comes your way, offering over 100 different box styles, with the flexibility to switch from one job to the next in an instant, all without needing weeks of training for your team.
Okay, so we've looked at the challenges inside your own four walls. Now, we've got to look outside. Because whether you've decided to enter or not, there's an automation race happening right now.
It's a pretty simple comparison, isn't it? But it's a powerful one. Across the industry, your competitors, they're automating, they're moving forward. And while they do that, any hesitation on your part means you are, by default, falling behind.
So in a scenario like that, over the long haul, who wins?
Let's make this really personal. Forget some faceless competitor in another state. Imagine the business right down the street from you. They get this machine. And suddenly, they can offer speed, flexibility, and prices that you just can't match. What's your plan then?
But listen, every threat is really just an opportunity in disguise. So let's stop worrying about their plan and start focusing on your plan. Your plan for real, sustainable growth.
The Indian market is exploding, and with that growth comes a huge demand for premium, customized, on-demand packaging. The opportunity is absolutely massive. So the only real question is, how are you going to position your business to catch that wave?
Of course, growth comes with its own headaches. And one of the biggest is space. Your plant only has so much of it. Does that mean your growth has to be capped by the size of your building?
No, it doesn't have to be. The plan is actually beautifully simple. You replace 2, 3, maybe even 4 of your old, clunky machines with one single, streamlined system. Right away, you free up a ton of valuable floor space. And the best part? You get way more output from a much smaller footprint. Now, you might be thinking about looking overseas for this kind of tech, but let's be real. Imported machines often come with imported problems. Parts are delayed, support is in another time zone, it's a headache. The Boxmaker is different. It's built in India, for India, it's serviced from India. They get your business because it's their business too.
All right, let's set aside all the strategy and competition stuff for a minute. Let's get down to the one thing that never lies, the raw numbers, the final calculation. Take a look at your conversion cost. You know what your percentage is, whatever that X happens to be. Now, what if you could slash that number all the way down to just 4%? Just stop and think for a second about what that does to your profit margin on every single box that goes out the door.
When the financial side is that crystal clear, it kind of changes the whole conversation, doesn't it?
And we're not talking about some long-term 10-year plan. We're talking about a return on your investment in as little as 3 years. After that, this machine stops being an expense on your books and becomes a dedicated profit center for your company. So how are numbers like that even possible? Well, it's because the Boxmaker is a true all-in-one powerhouse. It combines everything, slotting, scoring, die cutting, gluing, the whole shebang, into one single automated pass. It just eliminates all the waste, the extra labor, and the space that all those separate machines take up.
So we've asked a lot of tough questions today about control, profit, competition, and growth. And look, the answers are going to be different for every business. But in an industry that's moving this fast, maybe the most important question is this one. Is standing still the right move? Or is the most profitable decision you can make still out there waiting for you to make it?